Welcome back to this two-part video series from the Carleton University Library on tracking trends using 4 types of sources: social media and government organization websites, along with community and news services. In this video, we will look at government and community sites along with news sites and a news database available through the Carleton University Library. In particular, we'll look at the websites for Indigenous and Northern Affairs Canada, the National Inquiry on Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women, and the Assembly of First Nations. We will also look at the websites for Akwesasne and Kitigan-Zibi Anishinaabeg, and we will look at Two Row Times, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, and the database Canadian Newsstream. Let's get started. Indigenous and Northern Affairs Canada is the federal department responsible for supporting First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples in the areas of social well-being, economic prosperity, sustainable communities, and full participation in Canada's political, social, and economic development. Here we are on the Indigenous and Northern Affairs Canada website, located at www.aadnc-aandc.gc.ca. As you can see, you can track news and potential trends by reading the posted headlines and clicking on the What's New link. You will see that some of the material here might not seem to be directly helpful to tracking trends. However, some of the links might be. Clicking on the link to information about water in First Nations communities, which is an ongoing issue, might provide some useful materials. Now let's go to the website for the National Inquiry into Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls. The website is found at www.mmiwg-ffada.ca. On this site, you can click on the link that takes you to the latest news, which is located in the middle of the page. And if you go to the top navigation and click on the drop-down menu for Media Room, and then Media Room, you can find press releases, which might highlight important events or trends, videos, and links to the Inquiry newsletter. The Assembly of First Nations website is found at www.afn.ca. This site also has a news and media page, which you can get to by going to the top navigation and clicking on the drop-down menu for News Media, and then News and Media. This page includes videos and recent posts which are searchable. This information is also linked to the National Chiefs page, which you can find by clicking on the drop-down menu beside National Chief in the top navigation. Communities also have websites. Carleton University sits on unceded Algonquin territory, and a local Algonquin community is Kitigan-Zibi Anishinaabeg. Kitigan-Zibi Anishinaabeg has a website, kzadmin.com. Links to the latest news are located in the left-hand navigation, including community flyers. These publications include information important to community members. So if you're interested in a particular community, such a local publication will be worth reading regularly. This site does not include links to social media, but you can also search in Twitter and Facebook to see if community members are posting. Akwesasne is a Mohawk community located on the St. Lawrence River, and the website is found at www.akwesasne.ca. You can see news announcements prominently displayed on the homepage, and if you scroll down, you'll see a link to YouTube where community videos are posted, as well as a link to the Mohawk Council of Akwesasne Facebook page. All sources of up-to-date and breaking information. News services are a source of new trends. Two Row Times, found online at https://tworotimes.com publishes stories about Indigenous peoples in Canada on a range of topics, including news, art and culture, and opinion pieces. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, the CBC, is found online at www.cbc.ca. The CBC can be followed on social media, and if you search on Indigenous, you will find stories tagged with this descriptor. In addition, if you click on the menu and the top left-hand navigation, scroll down to News, you will see that there is an Indigenous column, which is another way to access articles on Indigenous matters. Finally, if we return to the library's homepage at www.library.carleton.ca, we can access the database Canadian News Stream. You can use this database to search 200 newspapers published across the country. Go to the link to databases located under the main Summon search field in the center of the homepage. Use the alphabetical listing at the top of the page and click on See. And then scroll down to Canadian News Stream. If we do a search using the keyword Indigenous, we gain access to a large number of results. Look at the options for filtering in the left-hand navigation. There are a number of options, including newspaper articles, along with blogs, podcasts, and websites. Another strategy for finding sites and people to follow as you track trends. This is the end of Part 2.